have this debate.
Later. But now we have got to get into this here. Remember, guys, there's a raffle going on at the bottom of the stream. Click the link and you will be taken to a Facebook page. All you have to do is like it and you can participate in the raffle for one of the new Zoe FK mice that's been signed by Senra and myself. Remember, guys, I recently actually took part in the new talk show that Thorin has going on called Counterpoints. So if you go on to ongamers.com, you can check that out. Go and do that and watch it with him. It was great fun. Myself and Devilwalk and Thorin just having a good time talking about, well, whatever came to mind, really. But now we have the Caseking of the Hill, the final map here, cooled by Alpenföhn. It's going to be LDL, so thank you for sticking with us all evening. And just enjoy this last game on a very well-known map. It's going to be Dust 2.
Yeah, this is a real pleasure to end on this map in particular, because it really could go either way with both of these teams. We've seen excellent performances from both of them on this map. So it seems like we're already into the thick of things here.
Yes, we are. Oh, that's a sick grenade coming out from Seized. Almost was going to be a double, and they did some damage to Apex as well. Now they're going to try to hold back the Glock train, and there's no stopping that train. No matter how many bodies you lay on the tracks, they're just all going to be sewn apart. Happy, though, trying with the USPS, and he did get a good shot in, but he's not going to be able to get the last one. And that will be the end. The Guardian starting off strong with a triple kill, and Na'Vi taking the pistol round.
And is this the beginning, the beginning of the boulder rolling down the hill? Is what I want to know, because you know, Dust 2, it really felt like, at least tonight, it's been a very like momentum-based map. The team that gets a strong start, they just kind of keep going with it. So are LDLC are going to be able to? Are they going to be up to snuff here? Are they going
here, so it isn't going to be too easy to catch them making any big mistakes, but if you win an aim duel against them, you know, maybe. Apex going to take the first hit right here. Flash rains in, and that's a perfect flashbang.
Yeah, perfect. Zeus gets a freebie on Apex. Apex never knew what hit him. And now look at this, the push into Upper Dark here from Uzi. Walks in, gets some damage onto Starks, but he will still give up his life. And now this is going to be the B-split that Na'Vi were looking for. They get a free entry onto the site, no problem at all.
Yeah, Kaylee and Maniac left, and I sort of want them to just try and save these two armors for the next round. I don't see any reason for them to try and run and take a battle here, but actually Seized is going to pick up an easy kill here on Kaylee, so a bit of a shame, and Maniac now going to be left alone. And that's what it's down to.
Yeah, Maniac is just going to be chilling out on the A site. It seems like Na'Vi are still looking for him as well. Seized at least still on the hunt, just trying to box him in case he tries to sneak his way out of a house or anything of the sort. But Maniac seems content to just kind of mill around the boxes, contemplate life, you know, maybe, you know, what can we do in the next round to come? How can I best put this armor to use?
Yeah, Maniac, is something wrong with his mouse or something? I have no idea what he was just doing.
There was a spider on his mouse pad.
Maybe
he's trying to crush it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, a little bit strange, but it's not really the end of the world. Second round going in favor of Na'Vi. Third round coming up, and still not being able to buy here on LDLC side. And you can see Guardian, you know, doing that thing you don't like when just the USPS.
Not a armor. So USP versus armor, head armor is not the greatest thing in the world, but yeah, it's gonna work out for them now. But I think it's a necessary risk to take, especially with you pointed it out earlier. The pistols in Global Offensive are just so ridiculously strong.
They are.
So I don't see why you'd want to take that risk.
When you're 5-0, maybe, or you're 5-2-0.
Still.
Oh, look at this spawn. Guardian spawning really close along. He's actually just going to be charging up there with the AWP. Flash once, but he just has the timing in his brain to take down Kaylee. That was just perfect. And a nice start. In the middle, there's a cool boost coming out here. CT tower being built with Apex on top.
Anyway, tower.
Did Guardian actually just try to no-scope him through the doors there? I think he did. But look at the boost. Apex gets one for free on Zeus. And now Guardian with the, I mean, great nade. Does good damage to two members, but it's not going to net him a kill.
Not quite. So that equalizes it. But in the meantime, the B bomb site's kind of under attack. And Uzi just peeks in and realizes, oh, I'm going to have to need some backup for this one. But the really cool position here is obviously the one from Edward. He's about to try and just imitate Freiburg. Jumps down, takes the one kill, and now they've just sandwiched them in. Edward is playing so well, aim-wise, but also just the decision-making on this man here is working out very well for Na'Vi. That's going to be a 4th round for them, and Maniac, I mean, 1-on-3 here, I don't see this happening, not even close.
Not really, no. I mean, there's Starks, he manages to pick up Maniac and even live to tell the tale, 2 HP left on him. So that's just adding insult to injury. But Na'Vi, I mean, this is what I was talking about at the beginning of this map. You know, is this the momentum that just starts to roll from here? Because now they've cleared the first hurdle. If they get through this next round unscathed, it's going to be very scary for LDLC going into the 6th round.
Yeah, looking tricky. This is the, I mean, Na'Vi are on the more favored side, but I think for LDLC to beat Na'Vi, they did need a really strong start, and it hasn't happened just yet. There's still room to come back here, but I'm not sure what the recipe is. Na'Vi are hitting some very good shots, and it seems like all the decisions they make are basically just the right decision, which is, you know, not just a coincidence, but it's kind of frightening to play against.
Let's see. Guardian does take a lot of damage, actually, from that push on short, so Kaylee comes out ahead pretty far there. Right now, though, LDLC, they haven't been able to pick up a gun, and that's what they would love to be able to do. You know, off of that 1 kill on Zeus, they would love to be able to pick up an AK and put that to use, but right now it's really just them hanging back.
And Guardian throwing that AK away, so they won't have the opportunity to do so. So that's pretty heads up move. And they spotted.
It's down, and there's an AK they can pick up, except Edward is covering it. Really don't want to let anything go inside the B-bomb site. Uzi goes down, had a deagle, couldn't find a shot. Apex is now trying to see if he can steal this round back. Be a huge accomplishment from LDLC if they can win the round, but as Maniac goes down, it seems like the chances are absolutely minimal that that's going to happen, especially with Edward also coming up from behind. So even if they had got the kill in there, it wouldn't have been enough, I think. 5-0, 1 AWP, and that's all. I was wondering if they were going to go for a double-up setup here on LDLC side, but that isn't the case.
Who would... Oh, you with Maniac buying the other op?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have, like, one roaming op, let that be Kaylee run around, and then have one guy just sitting in a corner.
Yeah, like having on the corner of long, something like that. Yeah, well, they opt not to, and I think it's about time that LDLC get on the board here. Because they cannot let Na'Vi get off to start like they did versus Titan. I think at that way.
Well, in 20 seconds, Na'Vi have managed to use up most of their nades. That's a lot of nades.
Well, they still have. I would say they still have the most important ones for any kind of execute.
And look at this play. This play from Na'Vi is basically, I'm pretty sure this is what it is. They're going to leave Guardian down here on long, and then they're going to just wait a long time, and eventually someone from LDLC is probably going to get nervous and say, what's happening out on long? Let me go check, and when they do, that's when things get really bad. Sue's going to take down one in the middle, and Maniac goes down as well. Not looking good at the moment.
No, this is definitely falling apart here for LDLC. The rotation ceases just going for a spray, but Starks is going to find a man on A site. We still have Apex alive, though. 2 headshots for him. Very clean work, stopping the push on short cold, but guess who's pushing up long now? Guardian.
Yeah, and he's completely sandwiched. Then Apex is going to go down. I've no idea. Kaylee was caught with a knife out on short. It just looks like LDLC are not really even trying to play the game at the moment. This is very strange.
I think Kaylee thought he had better time to actually get over towards short to get up into a good position. And he got flashed out as well, so that probably didn't help.
I've got to say this. I've seen sometimes in LAN settings when I've been looking at players, just, you know, when I'm not casting, when I'm just standing behind them. Sometimes I see players when they're holding a corner, they just take their hands off of their keyboard and mouse and they, you know, they just like adjust their headsets. And I just think, oh my god, get your hands back on the mouse. So I guess sometimes you can catch a player in that really awkward position.
Watching nothing play must be a nightmare for you then. He has a tick with his mouse hand where he's constantly rubbing his thumb on his mouse pad. So I'd say like 60% of the time he doesn't actually have his hand on his mouse. It's the most nerve-wracking thing.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that.
Actually, it could be to counter the Kappa effect, which is a real thing. Like, it's not something I'm making up for Twitch chat. It sounds like it's meant for the Twitch chat, but it's really not. It's a real thing.
You're going to have to explain that in a little bit. Right now, we need to see if we can get some action here. Already Edward and Kaylee both going down. And Uzi shooting for the middle, not really connecting too much with that. Just exchanging some damage in the middle with Zeus. And 4-on-4, LDLC need this round. Otherwise, I think it's going to be just a little bit too late. There's already a lot of money on Na'Vi's side. And the French, they have to step it up. It's Apex to get them the man lead. Now they just have to hold on to it. Down on long, they take down Seized, and that's the bomb dropped. So it is about time here.
Yes, I mean, they are finally actually getting some control in the round back, winning some duels. I think that's the most important thing, but also working together. Apex with a fantastic shot on Zeus there at long. That was really nice. But more importantly, I think LDLC, a lot of these frags have come from them actually just kind of setting it up for each other, and that's going to be good for the confidence. You know, the ability to be like, okay, we can actually take some rounds here, guys. Like it's not like the gods are frowning at us and we're doomed.
So come on, what is the Kappa effect?
Well, yeah, the Kappa effect is, you know, when you're playing a game and you focus so intently on one thing that you lose focus, at a certain point, whatever you're focusing on is becoming a blur. Whatever you do to prevent that blur from happening, some people switch their guns back and forth all the time to or keep their focus. That's preventing the Kappa effect.
Okay.
The Kappa effect is basically like losing focus when you have too much focus.
I love the fact that that's called it. That makes me very happy.
when I found out about it, I was like, oh, really? Really?
Am I getting trolled here?
Yeah.
That's very pleasing. All right, quick shout out to Freiburg in the chat who's trolling our subscribers. 6-1 is the scoreline here as we're moving into the 8th round. And LDLC, they more than anything, they need to win this round. And Uzi starts off great, and a smoke to follow. Starix doesn't care, he's just going to charge through, and Uzi picks up 3 quick and very important kills for LDLC. So consecutive rounds is the name of the game for the French team right now.
Not really sure where. It certainly isn't going to help things. That leaves Guardian alone with the bomb. Maniac just taking up a position here. He's going to get the nade down perfect as well. Good damage stealth to Guardian. But there isn't really too much hope here for Guardian. He's just caught in a box. Nowhere to go.
Apex is an answer to your question saying Na'Vi can go to hell. Just taking them down. And actually they pick up another AWP. They steal one away. So there is the double up setup that I was requesting earlier. See if it's actually going to make a difference.
It's actually happy he's holding the op. So, yeah, I'm curious to see where they're going to set up with everyone.
Well, I mean, it only took 1 AWP to get that shot, but it's definitely worth it. Guardian down. I mean, he's not quite top fragging, but it's close to, and there's Susan Edward dropping next. LDLC switching, you know, into high gear, and it's about time. I mean, they are definitely still in the game. 6-2 is not a horrendous scoreline, but they got to make it up, I think, to about 5 or 6 rounds here in the first half.
Yeah,
I'd say more likely 6, actually.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think LDLC need a minimum of 6 here on the CT side. So they've put it there. I mean, they've set it up so that they can actually get there now. Sneaks out mid. He puts a shot at window on B, but that's not going to give him too much. Just tags up Uzi for a little bit there. They've still got a minute left on the clock here, though. That's the big thing for Na'Vi. So much time to work with, but now they're down in man as well. So it is going to come down to Starix with that AWP. At least he has the bomb on him.
And Maniac, though, already on the hunt behind. So as long as Kaylee doesn't peek too aggressively and buys his time, this should be a pretty easy run for LDLC.
It should be. Grenade not going to do too much. Kaylee doing the same. So this is a patience game, and the thing is, there's like a kill switch in this because Maniac's coming up from behind. Starix has picked up a pretty scary triple, and if he gets the bomb down, it could all change here. It's 23 seconds left, and he is spotted now. They definitely know where he is. He picks up one more. You must be joking. He's going to run through the fire. Oh, what? Starix, you're just going to burn 15 HP. He finally stops, but now Uzi's so close. One jump here is going to be enough for the Frenchman to make it happen, but he's waiting still. Bomb goes down, and Starix is gone. That was, yeah, points for manliness, but wow.
But, yeah, the weird part is that he actually stopped planning when the Molotov went out.
Yeah.
I mean, when you first stood through the entire Molotov, you might as well finish planning the bomb, right?
That was
odd.
Oh my god, my heart is racing after that.
Especially after that, he was 1 shot away from an ace with an AWP. He would have had an AWP ace right there if he just pulled it off.
I still think LDLC never should have been that close because for some reason Maniac stopped his rotation around towards Catwalk and basically forced Kaylee's hand. So Kaylee went down, and then Maniac kind of haplessly ran into the sights of Starix all by himself. But yeah,
Freiburg typing 322 in the chat. Stop it.
The Dota references.
Alright, Uzi's going to be falling back towards CT spawn, and so far nobody's dead in this round, and LDLC actually have control of long for once. It seems like they've been giving up long control pretty easily to Na'Vi, and they're also holding middle. I like this setup. I I think holding short on this map it's really good if you know how to do it, but only very few teams do it successfully, I think. So if you can't do it, it's better to just do what they're doing here and put Kaylee over at the car and then have a couple of people in the middle and Apex able to rotate back. I think that's the superior setup, unless you really, really are skilled at doing the other thing.
Yeah, I think that's the safest way to go about it, really.
Well, it's vanilla, right? It's the bread and butter way to hold.
Yeah.
But now we have C's. He's slowly inching up. Starix is going to get one. They managed to clear out long pit, but in the meantime, Apex has done some damage. This is now into a 3-on-2 situation. Navi closing in on this site. But Starix has now picked up an AWP, and this scares me. He misses the shot.
If Uzi had got that first kill on Guardian, this would be pretty incredible. But the bomb does make it over. Happy's there trying to see if he can shoot through the box, maybe buy a little bit of damage into Zeus, but he's not really connecting. And down in pit is Guardian, and that's obviously dangerous. Zeus is still just trying to hide. They're jumping all around. They really want the kill on him. And instead, he's going to get one on them. Zeus still 52 HP. Happy just charging in here, jumping and going to get the kill. But Guardian, I think he can see this. Oh, he misses one. Oh my god. Guardian, he's not hitting the shots. Finally going to get it. But even if he doesn't hit the shot, he's just buying time, which is also good enough.
Yeah. That could have been a real disaster, though, if Happy had a smoke. That could have been real scary. But I think Uzi got a tiny bit too eager with the jumping. Sure, once or twice is probably okay. Especially if you're not going to move between jumps, right? You're just jumping up and down in the same position over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Navi were favored to take that round either way, with Guardian firmly posted up in the long pit.
Yeah, it would have been very different if Uzi could have got the kill on both of them if they were sort of trying to throw the bomb over. That would have been an incredible double, but it doesn't quite occur. So 7-3 here, 11th round, and I think this is where the game, a lot of the game at least, is decided right in this round. Because if LDLC lose another round here, they're going to be ecoing a lot. Same is true for Na'Vi. So if LDLC win this, they can probably put themselves at 5 rounds. And then things are looking a little bit brighter. But otherwise, they might just get completely crushed here on the first half.
Yeah, this is easily the most important round of the game so far.
Yeah, this is where it boils down, guys. High pressure situation for both of these teams. And there's Kaylee managing to give LDLC a 2-man lead. Edward sneaks out of house behind him. He's still got support as well, Edward, so he's not alone, but he will walk right into Kaylee, who's holding the angle. Kaylee, no fear, stands his ground. And now it's a 2-man lead here for LDLC. Make that a 1-man lead.
Yeah, Apex down here by the car, and it's going to do a lot of damage to Cease. He will go down. Starix takes down one. He's got the double. He's looking for the quad, and the bomb is all the way up there. And with only 25 seconds, this should be a 100% win situation for LDLC. He just hasn't had the time to find the bomb or get both the kills, so this shouldn't be a problem. He misses that one. 14 seconds. There's no reason why they're peeking. All they have to do is hide, and they'll be in a fine position. Happy and Uzi, they do work together to get the kill, but LDLC are actually showing us some pretty strange mistakes here.
They are, but somehow it's working out. I think a lot of that round worked out simply because Kaylee came up big with those 2 frags.
Yeah.
And but they can't really rely on that. That's not how you want to base your game plan, that one of your guys are going to bail you out every time you make a mistake.
Oh, Uzi, look at this. There's a chance for a bit of an eco mode down here, and he's going to get just the one, and then that's not quite enough. I don't think they're going to be able to put the bomb down. Kaylee's there to pick up Guardians. He tries to make the jump over, so I guess Uzi still did quite enough there, but could have been a beautiful spray if he had really committed to it. Up from behind, Edward's going to be running in with a deagle, and he's going to get found out. Maniac, while you were in the fun, that was going to be a great flank.
You know what's funny, though, is that it wasn't even Uzi that got that kill, it was Zeus.
Oh, no, you kidding?
Yeah, I think it wasn't it Starks who TK'd?
Was it Starks?
I think it was Starks who TK'd, but it's actually a lot worse for Na'Vi that he takes down one member than Uzi mowing them all fight down. Yes. Because they were on the eco, so he actually had some bank to lose at that point. So that's a rough times for Na'Vi, but
I love this. Look at this. Apex switching up the aggressiveness, going to walk right in. It does go down, but Katie got a shot in the meantime, and they almost take down Zeus. And yeah, so I like the fact that LDLC have basically been playing the last 12 rounds extremely passively, and now finally they just throw in like one random round of mid-aggression, and it's working out. Even if he went down, they still have put Na'Vi in a strange position.
Yeah, it also bought time for Kaylee, who got a kill in Lower Dark, or from the guy coming into Lower Dark. So they definitely created space, created some havoc in the lines of Na'Vi, and now they're up a guy.
Can they hold on to it? That's the big question. Happy spots one by the headshot box, and he's going to miss the shot now. He's going to have to fall back, try to flash out behind him, and this is a good move from Happy. Don't want to throw this this lead away that they have. Flash goes in. Happy misses another one. He's got to be really careful here. He's got back up inside the side. They're all out the middle, and this should have been called already. Nice jump there from Katie. Uzi's going to take down one, and that leaves it all on Edward. 1 on 4 here, and Na'Vi are going to be out of money. This is 7-6, and they won't be able to buy. This turns it from a very, very questionable first half from LDLC to now actually approaching pretty good territory.
Oh, we can't bring up the round data, but yeah, no. Na'Vi. I mean, what was it? Na'Vi were at 5 rounds in a row? 5
I think
rounds?
6 or something.
Or was it like 6-1 or something before LDLC really started to pick it up?
At least 7-3. Might have been 7-2.
Yeah, something like that in that area. But I mean, still, that's just a sick comeback from LDLC. They've really turned this half around completely.
Oh, Happy overstaying his welcome, but he did get 2 kills in the middle, and as we said, an eco round coming out here from Na'Vi. Apex wants that one, and it's going to pick up the second one. Edward goes down, and it will be 7-7. One more round here for Na'Vi to try and see if they can at least take the round lead, but I'm impressed with LDLC.
Oh yeah, me too. And especially Happy, because you don't normally see him up. Not that weird seeing how they have Kaylee in their team, but he's doing a really solid job of just holding down the middle area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
Now, wait, are they? No. Are they really? They're going to go for a fast out A long right now. Na'Vi are just overwhelming, but there's 3 guys here for LDLC. It's the perfect counter to this play. LDLC holding solid. Maniac is there, and he gets 3 kills. He just shuts down Na'Vi's push.
Yeah, basically a build order loss coming out from Na'Vi, just rushing into 3 people, and that will happen sometimes. I mean, LDLC have held this long site for this long position in a variety of different ways. In almost any other round, I think this would have been a good push from Na'Vi, but this one in particular, they were just ready for it. 8-7 for the first half. So, a quick welcome to anyone who's just joining us here. This is the Caseking of the Hill tournament, sponsored or cooled by Alpenföhn, and you're at Room on Fire. So happy you guys want to join us. Remember, we have a raffle after the show, and we also have a Facebook giveaway. We'll say more about it, but now we're going to be ready with the second half. Whoever wins here is going to be crowned the King of the Hill all the way until next week, and they'll also win 750 euros. Second place is going to go home with 250 euros, so there's still something in it here.
Exactly right. So let's see where this decides to go here, as we do have 3 guys. It looks, for now at least, like LDLC are kind of just hoping that Na'Vi are going to be pushing somewhere. But again, Na'Vi going for that vanilla hold. 3 guys spread out along long to cover A, and 2 holding solid on the B site, which is something that I like here from LDLC, or at least from Na'Vi rather, is that the fact that they do have guys holding on the B site proper.
They're going to go for the split push. Edward goes down, and he's a very good pistol player, so that's a big loss. Seized inside, jumping up, exposing himself, and he's going to be going down. Now up from behind. Happy wants to play the same game that Edward tried to play earlier, and obviously Freiburg succeeded at very well at DreamHack Summer. It is going to be a 3-on-3. Still no bomb plant. Now 2-on-3, 2-on-2. They just keep trading faster than we can even call it out. Maniac and Apex left, and wrapping up from behind is Starix. Maniac goes down, and Na'Vi win the pistol round. But only just barely, man. That was a chaotic round.
What in the blazes? How did LDLC not get a plant in all of that madness? They kept challenging Na'Vi.
Yeah, that made little to no sense. And especially when they haven't gotten the plant down, I was so surprised that Happy actually pushed through that smoke in mid.
Agreed.
Why wouldn't you
stepped
wait?
quite a bit. He stepped quite a bit. I mean, Guardian hurt him.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you wait longer till there's actually incentive for Na'Vi to go into the bomb site?
True.
But
it seems very weird. Seems very, very odd there.
Yeah, but look at this. I mean, Maniac with the 2 PT-50 frags here on long, and all of a sudden,
what are we seeing?
What was Edward doing there?
What? I have way more questions than I have answers right now. I have absolutely no clue what Na'Vi were doing this time around. That was just a complete confusion. It feels like when they lost the first couple of rifles, they just decided, all right, let's just throw it all out the window and just run around the map.
Yeah. That made no sense. I guess they thought LDLC committed to the push on long. That's the only reason I can see why Edward would push up mid.
Maybe the truth is that Navi's like a hive mind, and if you take down Zeus, it just breaks apart, and they have no leader, no centered control.
Are you basically calling Navi the Formix?
Exactly. They just...
Have you ever read Ender's Game?
Yeah. No, but I've seen the movie, and it was terrible. Like absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty amusing. It has 6 special effects though, dude.
Yes, but the story itself was just cringe all over the place. I'm sure in the books it's much better, but yeah, I guess this is one of those movies. If you wanted to make it into a movie, you should have probably made it into a TV show instead, and it would have been better.
That's like every book now ever that's going to come in the future. Every producer is going to be like, well, we want a 10-episode series.
We can make this into a show.
I prefer that. That's much better.
Absolutely.
Trying to cram like a novel that's like 5 books into like 1.5 90-minute movie is a stupid idea to begin with.
Oh, that is true.
Oh, well, round is to go here in Apex. Oh, actually goes down to Zeus. Nice job with the CSET 75. So, 1 for 1, but Starix and Zeus are fairly low on health, so things are still looking tricky. This could be a 3-round lead for LDLC on the more favored side of this map, and I'm still, no matter how this goes, I think LDLC have shown us a lot today.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about it. And this would be a very strong statement from them. I mean, winning 2 best-of-3s just days before Valencia, where they're about to be on LAN, it shows to them at least that they've made serious progress in their boot camp going into that competition. I mean, this is a thing. You're talking about maybe it's online, but you're playing against Na'Vi. This is definitely a top-tier team at this point, a team that can go toe-to-toe with Nip with the best. So this is very well done by the Frenchman. And the one Swiss.
Edward really waiting patiently, but it's kind of cool in the third-person view. You could see how they were all aiming right at the edge of that box here. So if he was going to peek, he'd still just be going down. Nothing he could do. 11-8 here, and there is an AWP on Guardian, but not on Kaylee.
And that's advantage Navi. You saw how effective the ops were for LDLC on the CT side.
Yep. Guardian is... I don't know, he's a very good AWPer for a map like this. He's very mobile, goes all over the place, and hits some 6 shots. Nice to see Navi also going for the boost here. Seast and Edward having their own tower in the middle, and already going to be doing... No damage at all to Kaylee. Looked like that was going to be a headshot.
Look, that was definitely very funky there. But look at LDLC; they aren't even wasting any time. They're speeding up right behind this. There's only one man here to defend on B. He gets caught completely out by the doors, and now there's only Edward waiting in CT, but he's been cut off by the smoke.
Yeah, Happy moves way too soon for no reason at all. They must have known no one was pushed through the smoke. There was no reason Happy made that push at all. Actually, a big mistake coming out, and now I'm a little bit worried. I mean, this is a 4-on-4 retake. This should still be LDLC's favor, but they've been having some questionable, decision making lately. So I'm worried that they're going to do it again.
I think Maniac is in a really good position, though. He's gonna be able to take out Edward.
Yeah, Kaylee also in a strong position here, but he gets taken down, and Zeus is there with the kill. You're right. Maniac is there, but he's now in a 1-on-2, and that bomb is pretty far ticked, but not quite far enough. They're going to go for the one defuse. They fail it. How Maniac has to just get the kill on the one guy in the corner, but Guardian, he gets it in the very last nanosecond, and Na'Vi win the round. But I'm sorry, Happy, you've been playing well, but I'm going to have to put it all on him. Pushing up on short at that point in time had made no sense.
It was kind of similar to the pistol round, really, except this time LDLC actually put down the bomb. And I also think they should have been able to buy more time when there are 4 people on that B-bomb site. So,
way more time.
Yeah, but kudos to Na'Vi. I mean, they played it as well as they could.
Absolutely did. Not an easy retake, no matter how you twist and turn it, especially with Maniac in that good position. As you said, he did his job up top. It was just that the other 3 people inside the bomb site weren't really doing all that well. Guardian shooting through, just hits Kaylee in the side, and grenade to follow. Oh, what? Still survives. Now flashbangs out, and Kaylee's going to have to make a run for it here. Guardian gets caught. A great turnaround. Happy with the kill. What is going on in this game?
Well, LDLC are actually unable to win rounds that they lead, it seems.
Yeah.
Like, where they lead, they're in a favorable position. Like, they can't. They actually have to come from behind and sneak up like ninjas.
It's weird.
It is really weird. If you're new to Counter-Strike and you're just joining us and saying, why are they acting so surprised? It's just that in that position, again, Na'Vi had a very big lead. It was, an 80% chance of something that they were going to win that round just based on their positions and how much damage LDLC had taken. And somehow it all gets thrown away in just 3 seconds.
Well, I mean, we're still looking at Seized right now, and in this position, Seized is just looking for exits, pure and simple. He's looking to get rifles off LDLC, make them spend some money. But LDLC right now, they aren't really concerned. They aren't going to give him an opportunity unless he manages to catch Maniac, but it doesn't seem like it. Seized will live to hold on to that gun. And how does that play out for the money right now with Na'Vi? They don't actually have the money to buy up a force around him.
Yeah. Well, I guess it remains. Let's see if the trend continues. Whenever people save a weapon in an important round, and the rest of the team has to eco, they step up and go huge. Although has been with AKs previously, and this is an M4 for Cease, but he could still do it.
He definitely could. Apex going to push down Lower Dark, and Edward's going to be able to take him down. Maniac's here to try and pick it up, but now Edward has an AK, a little bit more scary, and he's actually going to get a quick double. In the T-spawn, Kaylee's still just trying to have a weird duel with whoever's running down the middle, while the rest of his team's securing long, but it's a little bit unfortunate that they couldn't get those kills in Lower Dark.
And they probably should have. I mean, they were definitely in a favorable position. But yeah, Navi's still fighting it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what's happening. Look at Seized, exactly. He's still alive on this site. He's been alive for ages now. He picks up a kill on Uzi. That's going to make a difference here. Almost gets another one, but then he gets rushed down by Happy. This is into a 2-on-2 somehow all of a sudden.
Yeah, still 40 seconds left. This is not over yet, but there's no bomb plant. They're going to take down Starix now. Guardian low on health, but Kaylee sacrifices himself to the fire card, and it's going to be Guardian. He's trapped behind that box. Happy knows it as well, but he's questioning, what are you doing, Happy? They've seen him already. Guardian should be going down. Oh, you must be joking. This is the most intense moment of the whole tournament. Happy's going to go for the fuse, and Guardian is casually going to stroll out and win the round for his team. You must be kidding.
How did they not know?
They must have known. What?
I don't know what we just witnessed, but it was definitely not normal Counter-Strike.
I feel like we're saying that way too often this game.
Yeah, this game has been so weird. What the hell? I have no idea what that was.
All right, I'm beginning to. I'm gonna jump on Freiburg's 322 wagon here. This is
You know what I thought is that he was gonna actually jump up on the boxes below short and just like jump and shoot him that way. But
that would have been a tiny bit more risky because Happy was at 9 HP.
Well, Happy was at 9 HP. Guardian was at 14. I mean, you know, one bullet.
Yeah, first bullet to connect, but then again.
Oh, what's up?
The tower has fallen in the middle. Wow, that's incredible. They caught them right as they were boosting. So, I mean, everything that we're seeing right now is apparently just out of the ordinary. This is a great finish to a tournament that's already been a lot of fun. And, but, I mean, I don't know what it is we're seeing here. Maybe this is just because we are getting sort of late into the night, so some of the teams are getting a little bit tired. Maybe that's what we're seeing.
It would be understandable. But, yeah, well, I think LDLC, you know, punishing Na'Vi for being copycats of their tower. They know how to counter it.
The false tower gets wrecked. Seized in the middle, trying to see if he can pick up a kill. Goes for the single tab, but it's not going to make it work. Happy will pick up a double, and we're looking at a 13-10 scoreline. And Na'Vi again in a really weird position where one guy has enough to buy, and he will buy. Guardian says, don't worry, guys, I have the AWP. This is the hold my beer approach to Counter-Strike. Guardian has just told his teammates on TeamSpeak, watch this, guys.
And, well, there it is. Guardian gets the opening shot. I mean, he makes it worthwhile. Picks off Kaylee. And that was actually after Seized baited jumping past the doors as well. So Guardian using his teammate, you know, he just like chucks him across the doors and then takes the peek afterwards and gets the kill. So Guardian did his job. Now it's up to the rest of the team to follow up.
Oh, the timing. The timing from Seized. Holy hell.
Edward and Cease just in perfect sync up in Upper Dark. And I was actually just about to credit LDLC for doing something very smart, which is that just, you know, keeping it cool. They lost a man, just like slow down, make sure you don't lose anything else. But then that happened.
And that happened, indeed. I still think LDLC have a fair shot at getting back into this round, though. I think a lot of it is going to come down to Guardian with that op.
I'm still waiting. I mean,
Yeah.
The thing is that they're walking right towards B site, and right now there is Edward, and everybody is so close. They're already rotating into Upper Dark here, Na'Vi, but Edward gets the drop on Apex. Seized gets a kill on Happy. Guardian is waiting at the doors, knocking.
He's already got one shot through. Flash comes out, and Guardian will pick up the double kill. And I think, at that point, they're just going to hand him back his beer, and he's just going to sit down and relax. That really was just, just let me do this. It's going to be fine. A huge win for Na'Vi, 13-11. And we are going to be back with one AWP, and I think there's another one on Seized here. Yeah, so double up setup for the CT side.
And now the tables have turned. Look at the money situation for LDLC. They're the ones who are sweating bullets at this point, wondering, well, if Na'Vi win another round, Na'Vi tie up with us pretty much. So this is a very tense moment now for the Frenchmen. They absolutely have to win this round.
Happy, good start. Starix with the instant return, and a nice way to stabilize the game here for himself. Seized is sort of covering mid and B. They've just put him on, covering half the map, which is pretty dangerous, but he's, actually going to miss that shot. Should have been an opening kill right there, and now he's getting backstabbed, and he will be going down. Big problem now for Na'Vi. Starix misses another shot, and this is almost certainly going to be LDLC's round. In fact, Na'Vi are probably not even going to go for it.
Yeah, wise choice from them. Just back off. Starix is low. Edward is low. There's absolutely no reason for them to go to this B side. A man down and damaged. It's just not going to happen for Na'Vi. It'd be suicide.
Yeah, this game is turning out so weird. It feels like every time one of the teams are less favored to win, even if it's due to the money situation or just the fact that they're down quite a few men in the middle of a round, it seems like divine intervention strikes each and every time for that team.
Can I just say now, as us being the tournament organizers, we didn't rig this to be this way. It's not like we've given them a
disclaimer.
Script. Yeah, like every round has been pre-made. Go to this.
Well, Freiberg isn't talking about 3-2-2 with the teams. He's talking about us.
Exactly. I mean, this is so incredibly weird. I don't think I've ever seen a round of Dust 2 or a half of Dust 2 that's been so strange as this one. 26 rounds in, and it's just completely weird.
It's complete mayhem, but it makes for good entertainment. We can't deny that.
True enough.
Damn straight, I can't fight that. Oh, wait, Guardian. Upper Dark. He's looking towards upper. He's walking in scoped. He gets flashed. Nothing. No opportunity though. Well,
is he going to continue to man mode?
He seems like it. Look at this. He keeps pushing in there. He's got backup now as well.
Now they're getting so much information out of this.
Yeah, they are. Maniac's going to take the peek and actually takes down Guardian. Oh no, Seized with the return, and he will get the kill, so that's pretty good news, but still a little bit of an issue. But the fact is, this can still kind of work out. I think they might not realize Edward's in here, so if they all come charging in, it's not going to be too good. Edward gets flashed, but he turns around quick enough for it, and now Apex waiting for his teammates. Edward has a golden chance to make himself a hero. He's going to take down one, and oh my god, holds it down, gets the spray. Uzi's gone, the bomb is down, and Edward is doing everything right except for peeking out like that. And Flash still picks up the kill. Now Zeus has the opportunity to be the man of the day.
Oh, double up for LDLC. They spot one. There's Zeus. Takes out Kaylee, and he gets both kills. Are you kidding me?
This is so stupid. I can't believe what we're watching.
Oh, it's unreal.
That was so sick. You have to say though, that spray from Edward,
just crazy.
That was something. That was a thing of beauty.
Absolutely, but he pulls out a spray like that and then goes for more.
He has no fear.
Yeah, but it could so easily cost Na'Vi the round. This game.
I don't know what to say. I'm actually losing my mind slightly here because it's just nothing is working out the way it normally does. Not even close. Well, this time at least there is something that's close to normal, which is anti-eco rounds working out for the team that's actually got the rifles. Apex is chilling in spawn for a little bit, but Na'Vi are going to make it 14-13.
Yeah, and let's see, money. There's going to be plenty of money for LDLC next round. They pretty much can buy whatever the hell they want. So that's Kaylee with an op, full nades, the whole shebang. But this is going to be the big opportunity for LDLC to put their foots down, really. To put their foots down, to put their feet down.
And I don't think LDLC can feel comfortable at all before they get that 15th round. I mean,
hell, at this point, anything is possible.
Yeah, exactly. You don't really know what to expect anymore. This game has just messed with our minds so much that, I have absolutely no idea what to expect.
So, no money at all on LDLC. Losing this round would give Na'Vi the match and map point. Kaylee has an AWP though, and there's not a lot of money on Na'Vi either, so both teams are in a really awkward position. Kaylee not going to get a frag on anybody, but look at the boost going on here. Guardian very quickly down, going to be boosted up, and they're going to look down towards lower dark. Apex gets flashed in just to take a peek, so that could have actually worked out great for LDLC. They saw it coming.
Good read, good read. But there's the smoke down on short. That's going to block things off. And now things kind of go back to LDLC just slowing down the pace and looking to get a peek somewhere. Na'Vi, I'd be really amazed if they actually started to push around here and do something crazy. At this point, they just need to hold back and let LDLC walk into them.
Yeah, Zeus, oh, he falls down and takes a bit of fall damage. Oh, but that shot from Guardian was insane. How on earth did he do that? Now he's going to get some backup from Zeus to take down Apex, so looking good here for Na'Vi. Maybe able to equalize the score right here and then even do a little bit more than that. Probably going to jump right to match point. Kaylee out the middle, and he's got to be careful because Edward is creeping around the other side.
Maniac does have a smoke though, so they could potentially try to go for the B-bomb site. You see Happy moving towards upper dark here, so if Maniac's... Oh, he's actually just going to wander out there and pick off Edward.
Oh man, Zeus does manage to spray down Kaylee though in the mix. There is still a man alive on this site though, and that's seized. Point blank on Maniac. The bomb is dropped, and now it's just going to be down to Happy. And he ain't happy for long. This is now Na'Vi bringing it back to 14-14. This game is not allowed to end, apparently. I predict overtime.
I mean, at this point, it feels like it. But, I mean, you're absolutely right, Ven. I think that was definitely a very sort of clear mistake coming up from LDLC. They could have smoked off CT spawn, and instead of they didn't even not just smoke it off. They actually left Kaylee down there to take a duel instead of focusing on at least getting the bomb site.
Yeah, I think... sure, you gotta credit Maniac for doing the kind of unexpected move. Which, I mean, look at Guardian.
I mean, yeah. So this is just Guardian showing us a little bit of what he can do. He does get taken down because of a flash, but yes, I think that was a good time to pause and say, look at Guardian.
Yeah. Back to the point I was making. Even after he does the unexpected move, which is, I guess you could credit that from catching seized off guard. At least when you get that frag, take the time to smoke off spawn, so you can actually push in as a group, as a trio towards that B bomb site. Instead, they kind of went one-on-one-on-one, or Kaylee got picked off, so I guess he's not that much to be blamed, but still, I think that was a bit of an error for LDLC.
Yeah, I feel the same. We're into the 30th round here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to come down to this. Either Na'Vi become the king of the hills the kings of the hill for a week, or it's going to be overtime once again. We already had one overtime in this game, but that was earlier in the match or earlier in the tournament. We'll see if LDLC can put it on us here or if it's going to end.
It looks like it's going to be another B-split push here. We've got 3 guys sneaking their way out mid for LDLC. They've been spotted. Seized, saw them from the scaffolding on B slope. He's taking fire now. Good flash, and there's Guardian managing to catch Kaylee. There's the entry for Na'Vi, and the rotation is in. Na'Vi, this is it. This is their round.
Yeah, destruction brought down. Flawless round to end it with. Well played, Na'Vi. LDLC, I mean, good attempt, but there were just way too many flashes and too many people towards the middle, so they got shut down. That is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. We have had a great evening here, but it has come to an end. Except for the fact that we're still doing the raffle, so you actually can't go away yet. You're going to have to stick around. I almost forgot.